Yo, what's going on everybody? It's your boy Colxrless, and I'm back with another video for you guys. And today, as you see, I am on MUT 16. And if you look in the top right hand corner, you will know I am at 87 overall. I've been grinding solos, grinding everything you can possibly imagine. Except for head-to-head seasons, I've been grinding draft champions, solos, opening packs for you guys. And I am really enjoying MUT 16 so far, and I have gotten to an 87 overall through all of my grinding. So let's go ahead and show you all my lineup. We're going to start off at the O-line. We do have 86 Andrew Whitworth at left tackle. He's a pretty good card. I would suggest picking him up if you haven't already. 87 run block, 95 pass block, 86 impact block. That's really all you need to see for that card to be good to you. And at my left guard, it's kind of quite the opposite. He does have 94 run block, but he only has 77 pass block. And he does have 91 impact block, so that is really good. But the pass block is kind of bad. And he does let down a lot of blocks when he's when we're passing. And I can't sell him because I did get him out of the NFL journey, or else I would. But decent card there, and I definitely wouldn't suggest picking him up unless you got him from NFL journey. Then I would just use him because you have him and you can't sell him or do anything with him. And I really think that's stupid how they made it where you can't sell your elite cards from NFL journey or your golds even, because some people have been pulling dupes and other things. But we won't get into that right now. Hopping into my center, we got Rodney Hudson, a really beast budget card. He does have 90 run block, 89 pass block, and 93 impact block, and so that is really good. If I can compare him to Andrew Whitworth real quick, I could. I'm not seeing him. Here he is right here. The only stats Andrew Whitworth is better at is strength, awareness, and pass blocking. So definitely this Rodney Hudson card is really good. Along with 93 impact blocking, he's definitely a beast if you need him. He only goes for about 5K, I'm pretty sure. But hopping into my right guard position, I have an 83 run block, 95 pass block, 81 impact block. And this is a pretty beastly card, especially when I'm passing. But when I'm running, he kind of lets me down a little bit sometimes. But he's definitely still good. He picks those blocks more times than not. So I definitely can't complain about that card. Hopping into right tackle here, we do have Zach Streif, however you say it. This card is okay. He's got 91 run block, 82 run block, 91 pass block, and 74 impact block. And that's really the only thing that bugs me about this card is 74 impact block. So you won't really get too many pancakes. At least I think that's what it means. But definitely an okay card, but he probably will be the next lineman position that I do upgrade because of his 74 impact block and only 82 run block. But hopping into my tight end position, now that we got our lineman out of the way, we do have, as you can see, Shannon Sharp, beast card, legend, 92 overall, 87 speed, 82 strength, 62 run block. Isn't the best in the world, but he does have 96 catching, 90 release, 87 route running, 96 catching in traffic, and 88 spec catch. So this card definitely is good. I definitely pick him up if you have the coins. To me, he is good. Use Jimmy Graham in draft champions, but I do believe that Shannon Sharp is just a better card. And then my backup, I have Dwayne Allen. The only reason I really have this card is because if you look at his run blocking stats, he's got 81 run block, so that definitely is good. He holds blocks, especially against linebackers and cornerbacks if I'm running tosses or something like that. So that definitely is a really good card for me to use. Gonna go ahead and with my receiving core right here, guys. I'm kind of flying through this, but gonna slow down probably a little bit on these guys because they're really important. Ryan Finner has 87 speed, 95 catching, 66 elusiveness, but it's not the best in the world, but it still gets the job done. 93 spec catch, 94 release, 89 route running, and 96 catching traffic, and probably the most overlooked stat in the game, in my opinion, is the 97 jumping. That just means he's gonna be able to jump above everybody and just pick up the balls when he needs to. And especially with 6'5" height, those definitely do go hand in hand and definitely work out together. Hopping into my second wide receiver position. This is the card I was waiting to upgrade before I hopped into head-to-head and showed y'all my lineup. And I did get Tegan Jr. And the reason I got this card is because I was watching D-Coop play, and he has the captain, Brandon Cooks, and he's got 96 speed, and he was just taking the top off the defense on almost every single play. So I really wanted that card, but he goes for around 225K, and that's just a ridiculous price. So I decided to go with Tegan. He's got 95 speed, and he only goes for, I got him for 72K. So he is a beast. The only problem I would have with this card is his 75 release and 79 route running. And the way I see it is with the release, if my opponent is in man coverage, because that's the only way the release comes in hand. Because if they're in a zone and they're pressing, they'll just fall back and he'll outrun him. But if they're in man and they're playing man on him and they're pressing him, I will just send him on a slant or on an in route or something like that, and he will get open almost every single time just because of that 95 speed. And he only has 79 route running, but again, he might not make the cuts or make the moves like everybody else does, but he has 95 speed, so it will just outrun the defender if all else fails. And he's got 93 jumping, again, another good stat that is overlooked a lot, so he can get up for the balls if I need him to. And he's got 85 catching track, which is definitely a good stat to look at as well. Hopping into my slot receiver, guys, this is just kind of a feeling right now. Emmanuel Sanders. And I want to get the captain Keenan Allen because he has amazing stats for a slot receiver. And he's just got amazing stats in general, but he goes for about 120K, so I can't afford him right now. Or I could get T.Y. Hill, and he's another good slot receiver, but I do want to save up and get that Keenan Allen if at all possible. So this Emmanuel Sanders is just kind of a feeling for me right now. And at my backups, I have Jeremy Maclin, Vincent Jackson, another 6'5" beast, and Percy Harvin. Those are just there in case something goes wrong with these guys, or if I come out in the 5 wide, Jeremy Maclin will be there for some support if I need it. Hopping into my fullback, guys. As you can see, I do have Anthony Sherman, and I got him out of a journey pack, so I can't sell him. But I'm kind of glad I can't because I probably would, but I can't. And he's got 97 run block, which is amazing. So anytime I come out in I form or goal line, he is always there to lead in front of my running back. And he usually gets a block 90% of the time, especially against all those linebackers. He usually holds his block until I can get up there with him or get the first down or touchdown or whatever it is that I need. So he's definitely a good card. If you need a good blocking fullback, I would definitely check him out. Other lower rated ones that have that kind of stat too, but I got him out of a journey pack, so there's really no reason to buy one of those. And hopping into my halfback, guys, I do have Terrell Davis. To me, he's the best running back in the game. He has 93 speed, 90 agility, 94 excel, 96 carry, 90 ball carry vision, 91 looseness, 95 trucking, and 92 juke. And I'll just scroll through his stats right here. Y'all can pause the video if you want. But he is a really good card. And I say he's the best because he's got better stats than LaDainian Tomlinson, better stats than Clinton Portis, better stats than Adrian Peterson, and he goes for less than all 3 of them. So he's definitely the best in my opinion. He don't go for too much less than Adrian Peterson, but he goes about 200K or 100K less than Clinton Portis, and about 600K less than LaDainian Tomlinson. So don't waste your money on LaDainian Tomlinson. And if you have LaDainian Tomlinson, I'd sell him, pick up some other players, and this Terrell Davis, because this Terrell Davis is obviously better than LaDainian Tomlinson if you compare their stats. Hopping into the quarterback position, guys, is probably the highlight player on my team. Best player in MUT at the moment, in my opinion. He's got 93 speed, which is about a 96 or 97 in the old Maddens. So they did kind of nerf the speed rating a little bit, but he's got 80 awareness, 97 throw power, which is amazing for throwing those bullets across the field or throwing those deep passes up to Brian Finneran and Ted Ginn. So it really is kind of a nasty trio. Hopefully when I start playing with him, he's got 89 throw action short, 84 throw action mid, 91 throw action deep, 88 play action, and 90 throw on the run. So it definitely is a really good card. And if you're wondering how I got him, I sold my Flashback Chris Johnson that I pulled. And if you haven't seen that video, I would suggest you go check it out. And I sold him, and I sold a few other things and some gold players. And I managed to pick up this Michael Vick, and I sold my John Elway. And as you can see, I have 2 backups in Ben Roethlisberger and Tony Romo. And the only reason I have both of them is because I got them out of journey packs. I got Tony Romo out of a double elite pack for doing the draft champions. I got Ben Roethlisberger out of a journey pack, and I can't sell either of them. I really wish I could because I definitely would make a few coins out of it and be able to make a few purchases on my team possibly. But I can't. So I just stick them back there. They're kind of irrelevant on my team, but what can you do? Alright guys, hopping into my defense, as you can see on my linebacking core, I have, in my opinion, the best middle linebacker in the game that you can use her with. Now, if you're one of those guys that plays on a free safety or plays on a D-line, I wouldn't suggest getting Michael Kendricks. I would suggest getting like Ray Lewis or middle linebacker that has really good zone. Michael Kendricks has an 84 zone, so it's not that bad, but the reason I say he's the best user in the game is he has 90 speed, so he can keep up with all tight ends, keep up with most receivers. And he's a really beast at keeping up with them and staying with them and being able to stop the plays. He only has 55 catching, but that shouldn't hurt me too bad because catching isn't as bad in this game as it was in Madden 15. In Madden 15, you could have 80 catching and still drop picks consistently, but if I see Michael Kendricks dropping picks consistently, I will definitely sell him and pick up a different middle linebacker, or maybe that left outside linebacker, Bobby Wagner, if he has better catching stats, but we'll just have to see about that. And hopping into my left outside linebacker, at my linebackers, I like to have good zone coverage and good tackling. And you will see that at my left outside linebacker and my right outside linebacker. And the reason I want my left outside linebacker and right outside linebacker to have such good zone coverage is because my linebackers are 90% of the time they are in zones, and I want them to be able to stay in the zones, and I want to be able to rely on them because I'm not going to be using them, obviously. We're going to go ahead and check out Thomas Davis's zone coverage. He has an 86 or 87, I'm pretty sure. we'll go ahead and see. He's got an 87 zone coverage and 75 man, so that's not bad at all. Especially with the 82 speed, he can definitely keep up with most tight ends in the game if I'm playing somebody who doesn't have the best one in the world. Hopping up to Lavonte David, I would say he's a little better than Thomas Davis. He's got 85 speed, which is 3 higher. But he has 97 tackling, which is amazing too, and 95 play rate and 98 pursuit, which is all amazing stats. And I got him for 30K. So if you're on kind of a budget and you only have 30K, I would definitely suggest picking up this card if you're looking for a good linebacker that you can rely on. He's got 88 zone coverage, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he's got 88 zone coverage and 75 man, so it's definitely really, really good, along with 97 injury and stamina, so he definitely will be able to keep up with all those players out there on the field. And he is a very reliable player that you won't want to be using with, because if you're going to want to use your left outside linebacker and right outside linebacker, I definitely wouldn't suggest picking up Lavonte David or Thomas Davis. I would suggest picking up Anthony Barr or someone like that that has really good speed that you can keep up with people with while you're using. But hopping into my safeties, I have Glover Quinn at my free safety, and at my safety positions, I like to have coverage guys. I know a ton of people that like to have guys with good hit power and that can lay the boom on people when they get the hits, but that's not me at all. I'm the complete opposite. I like having guys that I know can cover and that I know can catch interceptions and play the deep ball when I need him to, and this Glover Quinn is just that guy. He's got 78 catching, 85 speed. It's not the best, but he's got 91 zone, so definitely be good playing the deep ball. And I have the same exact thing with Nate Allen over here. He only has 71 hit power and 74 tackling, but again, I would rather have coverage stats any day, and he's got 89 speed and 87 zone, which are 2 good coverage stats, and he has 76 catching. So my 2 safeties will definitely catch interceptions when I need them to, and they can definitely play their zones sufficiently. Alright guys, hopping into my cornerback position, as you can see I do have 2 elites, and it's funny because earlier I opened the Legends bundle, but I didn't manage to record it because I didn't think I would get anything out of it. And I did actually pull both of these elite cornerbacks out of it, and I said to myself that I wanted some elites and I wanted to upgrade my cornerback position. And I definitely did upgrade my cornerback position by getting both of these cards. So I'm just going to go over both of them at the same time. 92 speed to 88, 2 really good stats, 2 really high rated speed, especially in Patrick Peterson. And they definitely won't get burnt deep very much, especially if I play them on given cushions and stuff. They definitely won't get burnt deep. Acceleration 90-91, there's nothing really much to say about that. It's really good excel. 95 agility and 89 agility, that's really good for if I'm in man or something. They can make the cuts along with the receivers. And then we got 91 man coverage, which is beastly. That's not too important for me because I run zone most of the time. And he's got, Malcolm Butler has 88 man coverage, which is definitely good and can get the job done. But Malcolm Butler has 92 zone coverage, which is amazing for me because I run zone most of the time. And Pat P has 85. Not the best in the world, but it can get the job done. And the 92 speed and 80 catching definitely makes up for it. 92 press and 89 press, 2 really good presses. If I'm in man and I'm pressing, I can definitely rely on them to stop the guy they're covering. And we got 78 play rate and 81 play rate. Not too good, but definitely good compared to the average for cornerbacks if you look at the little stick. And we got 80 catching and 76 catching, 2 really good catching stats, and I definitely will be expecting them to make interceptions when they have a chance. Alright guys, now we're going to check out probably the most overlooked stat, as I said before, in jumping, and he's got 96 jumping, so that means that he's going to be able to stay with those tall receivers. He's going to be able to jump with them. And Malcolm Butler has 89. It's not as good, but it still can definitely get the job done. And I'm not actually sure what Glover Quinn's jumping is. His is a 92, so that is definitely good. And I'm going to go ahead and see if I can check out the Nate Allen's card. His jumping is a 90, so I definitely do have good jumping cornerbacks. And all of them have above 75 catching, which is definitely good. And I can definitely rely on them to make interceptions for me. And hopping into my nickel cornerback, I have Xavier Rose. And the main reason I have him is because of his 90 speed, 91 zone. And he has 69 catching, so it's not too bad. And I can definitely rely on him. So I got him here because if I'm ever in a nickel, sometimes I'll use my nickel cornerback. It just all depends on if they're in a flat or if they're in a hook. If they're in a hook zone, I'll probably use them. But because if they're in a hook zone, most of the time, most of my linebackers, or 2 of my linebackers will be in a flat. And I would rather be using somebody who has higher speed. But him and Michael Kendrick have the same speed, so we'll just have to see how that plays out. And my backups are Stephon Gilmore and Casey Hayward, just in case something goes wrong. But gonna go ahead and hop into my D-line. This video's gone on longer than I want to, so I'm gonna rush through them. Just gonna show you their stats. I have Charles Johnson, definitely a beast, better than Sheldon Richardson. And I would sell these cards if I could, but I can't because I got them both out of NFL Journey packs, and I'll pick up JPP instead. because I believe finesse move is way more important in this game than power move. That's just on my theories and how my players play. And I'll talk more about that in a second. But we got Big Vince and Jordan Hill at my defensive tackles. You can just look at their stats if you want to. I basically have them for stuff in the run, and Jordan Hill can get to the quarterback every once in a while, especially if it's a pocket passer like Peyton Manning and they can't scramble. But definitely two good defensive tackles I would suggest pick up if you're on a budget. And then my left end, I did put Randy Gregory here. He's the Schefter star, and he's got 87 speed, which is insane. And he's got 91 finesse move. And this person, or this player, gets to the quarterback more than any other person on my defensive line because of that 91 finesse move. None of my other defensive linemen really have a high finesse move, but Randy Gregory does, and he gets to the quarterback more than anybody. So I definitely would say finesse move is more powerful than power move is this year. And last year was kind of the opposite, but this year that's just the way I've came up with. Maybe it's different for other people, or maybe it's just Randy Gregory's card is amazing. But yeah, guys, that's gonna be my defense. Gonna show my specialists real quick. Obviously got Ted Ginn returning, and I got Terrell Davis, my third down running back. But that's gonna be my team. I am rocking with the Falcons uniforms in the Falcons Stadium in honor of having Brian Finneran and Michael Vick. As you can see, an old Falcons duo. But that's going to be the video, guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy. With the Panthers offense and the Jaguars defense, I forgot to mention. And we just got Mike McCoy as our head coach. Thank you for all watching. I'm Colxrless, and I'm out.